Hey, what's up, my friends? How are you? It's a new day, new game, or same game but new parts. I forgot what I was supposed to do. I think I need to talk to this guy. Yes, the Archon of War. Let's out alone. Sigh as he surveys the map and models displayed about his desk. He glances over his shoulder, making brief eye contact with you, furrows his brow, and turns back his contemplation. When I received the missive that said the fire starter was coming to the wall. I thought, at last, we will torch these fucking swine, but no, I was foolish to count on such things. Remain silent. Be gone from my tent. Ah, fuck you, dude. Okay, so I think we need to talk to the other guy. I forgot what his name was. The other god or something. We were planning for war. Siege, I think. Hmm. Where can I find him? You should go with Iron Marshal if you want to talk substance. I'm just managing patrols here. She and Ash are giving directions. Iron Marshal, what is it you need? I overheard you asking the Earthshaker where their reinforcements have gone. Is there a problem? Hmm. Okay, let's see this one. I'm afraid so, Radix. The head of the Earthshakers was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spellslingers to help break this stalemate. I don't know what's holding up their arrival, and that worries me. If you were at all inclined to lend a hand, we could use some arcane support on our side. Hmm, I could lend a hand. Could you? I knew that two-known agent wouldn't fail us in time of need. I will mark the last known site of our Earthshaker reinforcement on your map. Good hunting, Fatebinder. It should have been over real quick and simple. The first cohort arrived in the valley and went right for the kill, but that was before we know that uh, Vendorian Guard had sages and that Water Witch on their side. They have sages on Water Witch. The bigger problem is that Scarlet Chorus they eagerly consecrate the Vendorian Guard, but I have no proof of this. But it seems they do very little to keep a watchful eye on these drafted talismen. They are often sent out on patrol, and we suspect they use the opportunity to escape back to the Venturian Guard. Oh. Every chorus conscript has a choice. Life under Kyros or death under the army of boots. By all means, feel free to cut down those who choose the latter. We won't be offended. Just so we don't mistake each other, I know what I am saying carries implication of treachery. I'm not making formal accusations before two known agents. I'm just vouching my gut opinion on the matter. I mean, so we actually saw. Some deserters go on patrols and pretend to go on patrols and escape the army. And we did not kill most of them. Or did we? No, no, I remember I killed him. Let's see what we can do. The two armies haven't worked together in years. What do you think that is? Come on, Binder. Seems like asking why Beast thinks the disfavored are only too eager to deliver Kiros peace to the tears, while the Scarlet Chorus bring only mayhem in their wake. You can tell me the voice of Nerat has a plan, and I will take your word for it, but the chorus sure seems to blunder around, never moving with purpose as we do. I wonder if we have been fighting the same war soldier. I've seen Ashyank, his precious soldiers, awake from more battle than he is won. Wait, I have seen Ashyank, his precious soldiers away from more battles than he is won. If you want to call that progress, be my guest. Unless we find a way to work as one, I fear that the Scarlet Chorus will step in front of Garvin Ash strategies at every turn. As far as I am concerned, it seems like the voice of Nerat is here to amuse himself, while the rest of us are here to do our job. Tell me about your job, yourself. Not much to tell. My father was Civius the Elder. His father was Civius the First of his name, lead drill master of Ash's first Iron Guard. Back when they were the Bronze Guard, I was born into the Legion, and with any hope I will die in the Legion. The rest you will hopefully hear about when the storyteller immortalizes me. Bronze Guard? Well, his day and age was a century ago, and they didn't have Keros modern luxuries like iron, so back then, the Great General's inner council was known as the Bronze Guard. Okay, so there was like a group called the Bronze Guard. They used the bronze, something like that. You should be proud of your pedigree. Glad to see you have your own identity outside of the Legion. Thanks. I try not to think about it too fondly. If anything, every time I screw something up, I wish I wasn't dragging the family name through mud along with me. Farewell. Check them up. How did he mark my map? What is this? Oh, AD is to kill Dave, so
a modest grave for the Archon's son, Brennix. We don't bother with funeral rites in the chorus. No point in thanking conscripts for their duty.
showing up names. Scarlet Chorus map, Northern Clearing. Okay. Encounter in Vendurian's where you are following the road through an expanse of scrubby woodlands, crooked oaks and dry needles. Pines grasping toward the sky when you catch the sound of children laughter filtering through the trees. Investigate. Let's investigate. Abandoning the road, you make your way to a small tributary of the Matani, sneaking through the sparse forest. There you discover a group of 4 youths gathered beside the small stream. 2 of the children sit on the rocks, poles in hand, staring patiently at the water. The other 2 are seated near a bucket, taking turns walking eels along the ground to stun them and carving up yield meat. So they try and get food. Okay. Speak. Sympathetics? No. Speak to the children. You step out of the woods, drawing the attention of the children, who eye you warily. The eldest youth, almost a money ground, notes your heraldry and hawks a ball of phlegm into the reeds. Punish the spitter. Tell a story. Ask to sniggle. Ransom the children. Return to the road. Tell a story? Why the fuck do I tell a story? Ask to sniggle. Let's tell a fucking story, why not? They are Vanderian Guard, what? You raise your hands to calm the youngsters and ask if they have heard the tale of Box and the elder boar of the burning wood. When they look at one another without answer, you begin to spin the story for them. An odd and sometimes amusing yarn filled with epic adventure and dark mysticism. By the time you have finished, the youth have become entirely absorbed in your story, utterly wrapped in their attention. The youngest of the children brings you a meal in exchange for your time. You thank them and return to the road to continue your journey. End encounter. I like these stuff, you know. This game like been really good. I've never like tried something like it. I know like I played Divinity, but it was not like this. Back in the Archon War tent, you cast an verdict as casual as reading a supply shipment. How do you do that? I've done it before. You have cast the Edict of Fire on the Verum Citadel. I heard about it. How Kiros' anger raised a volcano from under the siege's own fortress. That was some impressive work. Well, call me impressed, considering that you have read the words of Kiros more than once. I'm surprised that you are alive to tell it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, it's just worth recognizing what you have done. Not only are you Tunon's Fade Bandar, you are a mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me a plenty of reason to stick around. You are going places, and I want to see what they lead, where they lead. If you say so, I have some question about you.
What do you need?
Are you a spy? No, I don't think she's a spy. She could be, but maybe, I don't know. Tell me about your time. Too many options, man. Like, Jesus. Tell me
If
something.
you insist. I'm a Scarlet Fury. That should raise some flags for you. It means that I'm good at killing, and more importantly, that I enjoy it. What I won't enjoy are the pleasures of funerary rites packed with weeping mourners. Someday I'll fall in battle, and then they'll roll me into a mass grave or heap me atop a shit-stained wagon. One more anonymous, knife-riddled piece of meat. Until then, I plan to take whatever I can from life and have a little fun along the way.
Life? What life? As far as I'm concerned, I did not exist before the chorus. There was some girl in the farm wearing my face and talking with my voice, but she was not me. Sometimes she would sneak out at the night, take a scythe, and have some fun with the livestock. Our shared interest began and ended there. When the Scarlet Chorus swept through my village on their long trek from the bastard city, that was when I finally woke up. I buried my old life, took red vengeance on anyone who had wronged me, and found the freedom I could only dream was out there. What of your parents? My mother ran a successful farm. and I walked it for a number of years. Before I found the chorus, she was a hard bitter woman, acted like the world owed her something. She never talked about my father, though I figured out a thing or two about him later on. He was a merchant from the Northern Empire who took a liking to her and she him. He stayed around only long enough to get what he wanted. Okay. But never mind him, my mother never had what you would call taste, so he couldn't have been terribly influential to me if he did stick around. Okay. How did I? I think you have the wrong idea about me. The chorus did not take me as a sobbing maid. I strode into their camp and enlisted. Someone tossed me a dental blade. I lived through initiation, spent a week butchering my neighbors, and moved on with my new kin. I did not waste time with goodbyes. My mother had long since died, and the rest of the family were louses. The girl I used to be, even she knows that she was worth more than all of them combined. That's as naive a question as I have ever heard. Chaos is everywhere. If you are not in the Overlord's army, you are being trampled by it. I mean, she's right, she got a point. Of course, I could have labored on the family farm into my maturing years, married some dolt, and littered him a nursery of squealing piglets. Having my body torn in pieces by smaller versions of me sounds like fun. Then one day, when I decided enough was enough, I would slit my husband's throat over breakfast and run off to join the chorus anyway. It's crazy. My way saved a lot of time. At least you understand the chorus praises and rewards and the things inside me that was surprised in civilized company. Life's too short to repress every desire, right? Especially if I have anything to say about it. Okay, that's enough for now. Yo, 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 what's happening here, man? The Scarlet Chorus. It proves everything. The warriors themselves first together in a sounding clap, like for instance whether you are fit to lead the flock of children. Behind her, the members of her gang posture with weapons held at ready. Did you not hear the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. The court warrior looked at his gang, giving them a quick nod. What's the problem here? He's right, either will kill us or essentially all not. No problem here, Lord Binder. Captain Fuckwit here seems he's about to balk from this challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. So I'm calling him out, because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do so heavily. But I will have your hands and feet removed, and the rest of you kept for my own use. This is foolish, stop this once. Hmm. This is fucking foolish. Excuse me? This is our way, Fate Pander, and you have no right to stop us. We are not harming anyone outside the chorus. I don't know who you are, but I don't need your help. I think we can handle ourselves just fine. Bickering amongst two self cost us the war effort as a whole. It does affect the other outside the chorus. Can't wager on. The gang leaders miss a night from Gee, fine. I probably lost some XP, but fuck it.
Sorry, can't.
Jesus, what is this disaster place? Past this point is Korra's territory and you don't look like someone consecrated. You sure you're in the right place? You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be him. Oh wow. Why exactly should I let you in? As I was expecting. Yep. Go on, just watch your step around here. Fucking bitch. Bunch of savages. Well, look who we have here. Showing some manner of code. The Fate Ponder finally shows himself. I am Reg, the second soldier chosen, and this is Buzz. We were wondering when you might be this come a visit. The fifth eye has been a little starved for attention. He orders us to watch you like a troublesome baby. Make sure you don't get out flying. Something like that. If you have a question, ask and good luck finding anyone else in the camp who will give you answers or even smile. So anything I can do for you now? They say he shares a direct link with the voices of Nerat. Guard your tongue around him. He's a little wild, bloodthirsty, mad, brilliant. The walls might seem imposing, but the Vendorian Guard do a better job of hiding its weaknesses than fixing them. We took the Citadel once before, we can take it again. You did not take it, we used the spell. We have to, don't we? Though Kiros knows I don't want to stay any longer than necessary. You should know better than to parade your cowardice before the fight bander. I was a sellsword at the back and goal of fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. Then Kero showed me a better way, unity, purpose. Now I fought for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furious, practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join him yet, but I bet I could show you a thing or two. Tell me about yourself, Rig. I had a family, a farm, then the chorus came, and well now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel blade rest on your neck. Things like farm or families don't seem as important. I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. Oh, what the fuck? Felt awful remembering how I hacked my ma and dad to bits just so I could survive. The fifth eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the crowd, and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, cutting fire from nothing. If my ma and dad could see me now, they'd be so proud. Yeah, I'm sure about that. Rick and I were constructed at the gates of Judgment. He used to fight for the Okon, me for Azor. How many fights we survived so far? 11? Rick begins to count the series across his finger. No, 14. I count each day in Thunder separately. The chorus is not as bad as males. The strong like me and Rig were allowed to take what we want, what we deserve, we live only as well as our strength affords us, as it should be. I have no money. Okay. Where is the
You see that?
guy? What? Do you see what? Oh, there's an arsenal. Oh, those guys. Hail, fair Bandar of Tunon, this favored officer bounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest. Were I, were I a betting or a superstitious man, I would say fortune must favor me today. I am not. What? Okay. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation? Damnation? Damnation, otherwise known as this here mud and shit thinking chorus camp. Shit stinking chorus camp. Do you have anything you would like to report? Maybe you noticed something unusual during your time here? He cans his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus? Isn't it unusual? The army itself is strange. Mal malnourished beast, but no. The screamers seem mostly in order. Sir and I haven't been spying, if that's what you are implying, sir. Course, even if I was, it would be damn near possible to learn anything from this shit. Fifth Eye and those damned furies don't envelop me in enough for me to do my detail. And it's not for the lack of trying my part. What do you mean? I'm not here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I am here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding a proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal Irenaeus for enforcement if needed, but they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the bare thing I could request. From the way most of my days go, you would think I was here to row the bloody chanters and scarlet furies, but my boast is to represent the disfavored interest before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Chorus for Iron Marshal Ironis. Note that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. I am. You try having to fist fuck every fury who wants to talk to you, and that's after I try to talk to them. It's a curious damn mess. Isn't it? No, I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in the hole, and a nice little promotion to go with my new boss. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. Made the grave mistake of suggesting that the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am, a Lashian's officer to camp of liars, and geez, who sooner got me than asked for my aid. Guess she showed me. Yep. Okay, where is the guy? Oh, this one, I think. No.
Can't do that.
What is the fifth eye? Oh, this one. The binder of Tunun arrives, squealing with teenager's timber. The fifth eye force makes you gums itch and your fingernails feel in need to a trim. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives, but worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. It is a distinct pleasure to see you again, Firestarter. No doubt I and my gang might not have lived to see this day had you not taken charge of that disastrous assault to the Vellum Citadel. He jabs a finger toward you for emphasis. You made a wise trade, a few disfavored lives, for hundreds of corpsmen. Kyros would approve. Now that you have issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of the skull? I trust you are getting your warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining a camp here in the outer valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they will attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You have how large a force of all these weeks you have let the enemy move freely through the valley? I am hurt, insult my manner or maturity, but do not insinuate that I sit idle when there is blood to be shed. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best efforts. Captain Belloc's crew consistently evades or kills our own gangs. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of the prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendorian Guard secondary camp. Though there are shreds of deception in her voice, I could use your help questioning this Varishkel. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out. If we know where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I do not tell the voice of Nerat what to do, nor do I question his motives. The Archon is busy plotting the efficient destruction of these Oathbreakers and is not to be disturbed. I have now the Archon to demand personal interrogation, but only have ever been with leaders, mages, or others of great merit. I have often imagined interrogation process not to be taken lightly. Perhaps it's downright exhausting for Nerat. I will meet you there. She is waiting by the other prisoners. Okay. This one. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. This one. was hollering earlier that she knows the location of Vendorian Guard encampment, but she is not being entirely honest. I told this thing that I wanted a guarantee I would live and be welcomed into chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk, otherwise they will just kill me once I have opened up. I was dumb enough to join in with the Vendorian Guard, but I am not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Tell me, what do you know? I can see it your lilies. Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of my mission to know that. The Younger Realms are gone for good. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with these Archons than be crushed by them. I suppose I have no answer for that. When I joined the Vendorian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, when you later come to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I am willing to bow before the voice of Nera to prove it. Why is she insisting on the bow thing? I don't trust her really. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Beliox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. Stop talking now. Well, you see. So I don't know exactly what the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you. Serge, that one. The tall dark one missing most of his face. Check his left foot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choremen yank the boat off with the fallen guardsman. Our old bargeman slides out of the boat and is thrust into the fifth eye hands. He unfurls the scroll to give to read. It's nonsense, just mash of words. She says she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay the stretch for wasting our time. I heard her. She would swear fealty. The voices of Nerat, an initiation rite would be in order. Seeing as you are an expert of the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? Let's test her loyalty, Varia. Kill the guardsman with something blunt. Send her back as our agent. When the time comes, she will aid us, or we track down her kin. What other prisoners? Why I can't? Jesus. Varia looks at the prisoners, once her allies, and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. The onlookers snickers and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her head. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts the rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull. Wincing back a scream as she hoists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job on the other prisoners. The bloody rock hits the ground and Varia slumps to her knee in defeat moments later. Good, good. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. As a pair of soldiers come to lift Varia, the fifth eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee. Where's the slave to clean up the offal when you need it? We are no closer to finding the Outbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answer, and all she gave was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
Oh, okay. The voices come from another prisoner tied up next to Varia, an older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls. One finds on the sages of the skull of ink and a quill. His clothes appear charred, and between the ribs of the fabric he has both burn scars along his arm. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beam smile.
Well,
Let me
see. I can't. Uh-huh.
You hold the parchment in front of his bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of his missive. You read the words second time, nodding in silence.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that does not know his letters? I have heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. Your life depends on it.
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
Let's give him some time. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you that the Sandal is working against us. This added old bug is just trying to stall us. What should we do? What should we do? How true, then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as a most thriving source of amusement as we beat him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial.
I'm
no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Fine, I'll be his head, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live. Release this prisoner at once, leading me into my custody. With the shake of his head, it is not obvious if he is a true enemy of the Overlord. He will perish for a blade if he can survive. Then he is strong, and the strong lead. Thus his crimes will not be crimes, but simply the actions of the mighty. What's not to understand? This is not alchemy. Should I fight? I don't know if I can defeat them. Can I save? fuck, man. I don't know how strong I am really, or how strong anyone is.
Good.
Okay.
I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Trial by combat is upon us. And his arm flex and flail their new freedom. Sorry, but I don't like reading this stuff. Began the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Oh man, did I fuck up? Brothers and sisters, who's amongst you sets the standards for strength? Who's amongst you will help we know the weak from the strong? Okay, who will we fight? Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of the Oathbreakers begin.
Your day!
Okay, wait a second. No, 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 no.
As you command.
Just let me lower the voice a bit. Okay. No, wait.
Sorry about that.
Let them think they can hit me.
I feel...
What the fuck? Wait, what? Okay, knocked out. He's not dead. Okay.
Will do.
Okay, he's dead. By the righteous shedding of blood, we haven't found our answer. We have found our answer. Sorry. Regrettably, it appears that the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive. By the customs set forth by the voices of Nirat, you are free to go, old man, back to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus, yet lived to tell the story. That was fun. Gracious Fate Panda. The sage holds his hand up, counting backwards. I am humbled that you would put yourself at risk for me, I assure you. You have full obedience and cooperation. I hope so. I thought I would die tied to that post. Now hand me the parchment. I'm certain I can't decipher it. Well, okay, yes, I know. Much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tribnalit. Oh, so the old sage now knows his words after all. I would ask that you travel ahead to see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of the chorus gang, but perhaps they are ballet if yours is the face they see. I know the area and I suggest we go at once. I will show you the way. I am eager to be far from the stage of this camp. I have messages every bit as cutthroat as hardened gang boxes. They act the part of dawdling cries, but don't let that fool you. Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting, but I am not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you are fishing at. I worked for them under Drusus, but I have no love for them. I am not about to pledge to the chorus, and disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a chorus-fearing vessel of the Overlord's Bile, or the same. Oh my god, too much reading, too much. Okay, so we were at the disfavored camp, and we talked to some people. They told us to come here. They wanted help with something. I need to do my quests, man. I'm not doing any quests. Mostly because I don't know how. Then we came to the Scarlet Chorus. We talked to the Bez and Rise, I think we are called. We know their story. And then we talked to the Fifth Eye. He was like stupid. And then we went to the prisoner. Yes, what happened to the prisoner? Gareth killed. I did not see what happened to her. I will check it. And then the sage started talking. And now I don't know. Let's see. For as long as I have been a sage, I have been trying to defend myself. We don't spend all our time binding books and sketching wildlife. Just most of it. For centuries, we have been in a quiet war with the School of Tides and the School of Wild Wrath. You can't travel alone as much as I do and not know the bronze dance. Who sent you to kill me? What? Well, I mean, sages always need to have a quill handy, so it just sort of blends into the ensemble on a casual glance. And the customary tins is a bladed remix, but who's keeping tracks? Who's keeping track? Slow down. Introduction might be in order. My apologies, guess we skipped past that part. I am Sage Elantry, formerly of the Willem Citadel. Oh, and now of nowhere, I guess. Why do you offer to come with me? Because the alternative is what? Living here with these illiterate brutes? My old study is under a river of fire, and there is no family missing me. Besides, I would much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed the Edict of Chaos. I would be a fool to let someone else write your story. Hmm. Okay, come with me. Splendid, you won't be so disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. You just got fucking killed, man. What the fuck do you mean? Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Last hightail it to triple net. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears. Okay, Jesus, finally. We take some wood. You have discovered a new sigil. Magic in the world of Tyranny comes from learning how to perfectly scribe sigils and empower them with energy. Open the spell interface by pressing B to create a new spell with the sigil you just learned. Let me see. Raise might and vitality. Spells are creating use two or more sigils. The core sigil determines the type of magic, such as fire, frost, or illusion. The expression sigil determines how that core shapes itself into that word, such as ball of fire or first enchanting a weapon. There are several categories. Oh my god, dude, too much reading I done. Where was the inventory? Hmm.
Can't do that.
Jesus. Hmm.
Will do.
Your path is blocked. Hmm. Oh shit. Here we go
That's far
again.
enough, Fatebinder.
A woman's voice from atop.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
Wait, let me see. Okay, I read all the shit that was here. According to the ancient custom of North and South, I abide by this truce.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos's way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
Wait. Who the fuck was that? Oh, wait. Let me remember. I think I remember someone like that of the Autobreakers. They wanted to give him a second chance, but I ordered to kill him. Oh, yes. Yep. Assuming.
We would offer you 5 choirmen that got lost on patrol. They're healthy, got other limbs too.
Hmm. What should I do? I mean, if I lie, would they believe it? Okay, they won't believe we let him go. That's not the course way. They might believe that he joined us. But I mean, I will not, really.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking about one man out of thousands that have been slain by Kairos's forces. It's not like I remember the name of all your friends that I've killed. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Oh, he died too. Felix. mean, I don't wanna lie, man. I don't know.
And I imagine nobody will ever again. Fine. That's my apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough. I will entertain them as best I can. After all, understanding is the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know? I grew up without my knee bent to Kairos, and if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves. You make conflict sound like a bad thing. Yes, the younger realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late. No Tearsman ever cast an edict on the soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes. There's freedom, then there's trusting idiots with power. Give a man 1,000,000 marauders, he'll lose sleep worrying over his neighbor's 1,000. I prefer my realms ruled by the braver sex. For centuries we've left the lands to the women, and the seas to the men. And we did plenty fine until Kairos came around. Oh, we don't. Those who believed Kairos could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fighting. It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well. But perhaps others will arise elsewhere. I doubt life is any better sworn to some mad Archon. I'd rather stand with my fellow Tearsmen. Or, I suppose, stand immediately behind them in the event of an attack. Yeah, you heard me. Way things were years back, you'd all be calling me a water witch and conspiring to sell me out to the nearest sage. Just because I'm helping you stop Kairos doesn't mean I've forgotten the hospitality of ages past.
And people wonder why the Tearsmen could never unite in time to fight back. It's refreshing to see that some things never change.
I would joke that the voices of Nerat left the gate unlatched, but dozens of warriors lost their lives taking the Citadel. There was no secret to it. We simply attacked with speed and certainty at a time when the Archons were elsewhere in the tiers. The Scarlet Chorus had a rout, and what few disfavored soldiers were present made an impressive showing. But they were surrounded and overwhelmed once the chorus fled. Listen to you, thinking just like the Overlord wants you to think. There always has to be a person in charge, or things don't make sense. We don't answer to anyone. We are each of us sons and daughters of the Tiers, and take this task upon ourselves freely. But Captain Tarkus Ari, former Falksman of Queen Vendrian Alanta, is the voice we trust when we seek unanimity. Yes, Deimos was Ari's brother. We were certain he was dead, but the captain takes family seriously, so I volunteered to find some answers. And now here we are. That is our way, Binder. Here in the south, only thugs and bandits kill prisoners. The younger realms may be guilty of constant fighting, but we never slay each other when the battle's long over. We're not about to change that. As a rule, Kairos' forces haven't been keen on swapping prisoners. But I know our disfavored prisoners aren't prisoners anymore. I just assumed they were swapped for some of our own. Fair enough. But now, the edict. I can feel its magic coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the edict. What was it?
Such a detail are for Kairos warriors only. Hmm.
So you will not say. I expected as much. Can it be worse than endless storms or fire pouring from the earth? Not that you'd answer that either. I've another question for you.
Are we really standing here and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch, like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
When I was young, my parents told me the Tears were special, and the Overlord's edicts and armies could never touch us. Seems I've been told a hefty sum of lies. So answer this honestly for me, please. Is it true that Tunon's Fatebinders can smell truth from falsehood? Thanks for that. I could see why you'd want to foster the mystique all the same. The School of Tides would always tell commoners we didn't know how to summon drinkable water. Once they find out, you can't eat in peace. And Kairos' edicts. I have heard the sages speak at length that some of the edicts elsewhere in the world have been broken. How is this? I assume in the interest of disinformation, you can neither confirm nor deny anything. In accordance to our most ancient customs, let us depart in honorable accord. May peace find you, Fatebinder.
Okay. Word has reached its core that you have issued the Overlord's edict to the Archons of War and Secret. Know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you show in this declaration. Provided you survive this span, your service will be duly recognized. As you navigate the idiosyncrasies and mutual antipathy of all Overlord's War Master, remember that Kairos watches all with interest. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebinder or Archon, have the opportunity to rise in the Overlord's esteem. Even now, the Northern Court whispered that the more successful of the two Archons will be granted rule over the whole of the Benswilna. Similarly, your fortune rests upon the decision you make. Choose wisely. I think you want me to choose one. Either the Scarlet Chorus or the Disfavored.
Will do.
Fake limp. Reinforcements! Finally, man! Come this way, we need to. Sister Verse, what did I do to deserve such a helping hand? The fifth eye has a sense of humor sending you. Oh yeah, come to steal my quarry? Who am I fooling? We met our match 2 days ago and are not in any shape to tussle again. Much as I would love the bragging rights of claiming some scalps, my gang needs a rest before we begin another fight. Their camp just yonder, and we have kept an eye on them for the last couple days. Some of them left a few hours ago looking for food, maybe out on patrol. But they have not returned. Might be wise to strike now while they are divided. Happy accidents, of course. We were up on the mountain with orders to keep the outbreakers in, and keep any would-be allies out of the valley. Strangest things happen. Tremors hit the bus, and the tremors lasted a bit, so I figured they were magical, but they were not any sign of Earthshakers or anybody. Not sure what you are playing at, and I don't like your tone. We'd had our orders towards the mountains east of here, and found the spot on our trek back to the camp. What can I say? I answer to the archons of secrets. I don't get a lot of details, but I sure see a lot of coincidence. I lost two of my gang in the mountains, and we have been on half ration for days, so until we get much larger contingent, we are not likely to win any fight we start. Now that we are here, I figure my gang will hold back and keep an eye for trouble, maybe swoop in if things get messy. Kiros would applaud your bravery. My gang and I will lurk nearby. When you make your move, we will descend and help with capturing Florian. Don't worry, I'll let the others know that you did the heavy lifting. I will cheat at battle, but not with my reputation.
Have a look. Here.
Where are the stuff that I take are going? What? Why I can't see them? What the fuck, man? Oh, okay. Where is the dagger?
Sorry, can't.
What do we have here? You got it.
Ready?
Consider it done.
What might I do for you? An understandable request. Let's see. Born in Sandar. No kids. What few longings of fatherly love I have got in my heart are satisfied by taking care of carrier birds. Learned my sigils and spell about 30 years back, and being able to defend myself has often a life fulfilled study, and haven't grown tired of wandering just yet. I have written on all manners of subject, magic, birds, language, geometry, but my main focus has been chronicling. I found there is no finer pursuit than recording the events of our time. There will always be legends of what happened. Someone ought to be making note of the real thing. Aside from that, I don't know. I practice centering stance, draw portraits, make my own inks, and have a sharp aversion to autobiography. I am about as boring as watching coral grow. Okay guys, I will end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.